How's it going, guys? This is Elijah from Yanaka Media, and today we're building a computer with parts that I've had lying around since 2017. So I built my first PC ever in 2017, give or take. I had a Ryzen 5 1600 CPU, a B450 motherboard, and back then those parts were pretty good, but now in 2023, we are way beyond that. So today I'm going to be doing a build using some old parts and a little bit of new parts. Alright, so first up, we're going to be using our good old Corsair Vengeance LPX DDR4 RAM. These are clocked in at 3200 megahertz. We're pairing that with our MSI B450 Tomahawk motherboard, which I was using this before my new motherboard and system, and I think some kind of liquid dripped down onto the top of it, so it started to shut off, turn back on, shut off. But it worked the last time I did it. There's a good chance that this build will not post today. However, we're going to build with it anyway. If it doesn't post, then it doesn't post. I'll be able to just make some content later of how I'm going to fix everything. We're going a little backwards here in terms of specs, but I'm using these three NZXT fans. Well, one Phanteks fan, two NZXT fans for the rig. I'm not doing any RGB, nothing like that. This is supposed to be just a normal budget, completely bare bones build for someone who's entry level into PC gaming, and this system definitely will do you right. So I'm sure you're wondering about the processor. We're using a Ryzen 5 2600. I thought that my 1600 was still lying around, except somehow I have a 2600. So we're going to be using this in the build. For a cooler, I wanted to do something a little more basic, a little more bare bones. So I was going to go with this Arctic Alpine cooler. It's nice, I've used it before, it fits a nice white and black color theme, except we're going to go a little more extravagant with the cooler this time around, and we're going to be using this ROG Ryuo 240. I love this AIO, it is beautiful, and I can't wait to see what it looks like in the rig. Less interesting, we're going to be using this Corsair B450 watt power supply, mustard and ketchup cables, but it's a budget build. Who cares? And for storage, we're just using this Kingston 120 gig SSD. What everything's going to be installed into is the beautiful Phanteks P400 case. It is not the P400S, however, it still holds just as well, and it was my first case, so it has a special spot in my heart. And now the moment you've all been waiting for, the GPU. You can't have a budget build without a 3090. I'm just kidding, I'm kidding. It's not a 3090. That's not budget. What's in the 3090 box is a 1060 with a broken fan blade. Alright, now let's get to the build. Alright, and after a long, grueling building process, sorry to have to torment you guys with such bad time-lapse clips, but the build is now done. Don't mind the cable management. I did not try it at all. I just actually was more curious to see if this old motherboard that got wet would actually still boot. So, let's see. Let's go. All these parts are so old. You can't tell that it booted because of how quiet it is, which is amazing. The display on the AIO is turning on. The GPU fan is spinning. All the fans are spinning. And the only error code I'm getting is that it's not booting because there's no boot drive or media installed. Now, previously with this motherboard, what had happened was when it got wet, it would shut off, and when you turn it back on, it would then shut back off repeatedly over and over. So I got a new one and I built my entire new rig. This is not shutting off at all, and somehow it fixed my RGB issue on the case. So I'm gonna hit you guys with some B-roll. Alright, so that has been this video, the PC build, budget PC build, old part budget 20 years ago PC build, whatever you want to call it. Now I just have an extra computer. This is not going to be my main computer. I don't know what I want to do with it. So comment down below what you guys would want to see me do with this computer, whether it's a giveaway, sell it, give it to someone else around my area who's in need of a computer, maybe run benchmarks, maybe do some more repairs. Let me know what you guys want to see with this build next. And this has been Elijah from Yanaka Media. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Comment, like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay caffeinated.